We just got to the Grand Canyon floor.
And there's lots to explore.
First off, if you haven't seen our episode on the descent into the Grand Canyon, or our 360 South Kaibab Trail video, be sure to check those out. We'll have links below.
After 6 hours of hiking, nothing feels better than taking off your pack and slipping off your shoes.
And we did just that at our campsite along Bright Angel Creek.
Once you're in Grand Canyon National Park, anyone can pick up a pack and hike to the bottom.
But if you want a place to sleep once you get there, that's going to take some prior planning.
And that leads us to this episode's National Park Pro Tip: apply early.
Now, as I've previously mentioned in this series, Allie intricately planned this trip.
And I did, and it was specifically for reasons like this and wanting to camp at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. In order to do so, you have to apply for a permit 4 months in advance. And that request is only taken by fax or by the mail, so you have to plan accordingly.
I'm so glad our request got granted and that Allie applied early, because it was quite the experience. We set up camp quickly, which included putting our food in the provided bins and hanging our pack on the park's provided metal hangers.
Multiple signs warned us about leaving food in our tents or keeping our bags actually on the ground.
And the reason isn't because of bears or other big scary animals. It's chipmunks. I'll leave that in there.
Those little guys have been so accustomed to people that they aren't the least bit scared to chew a hole right through your tent or pack to get at that half-eaten Cliff Bar you've been saving.
After camp was squared away, we immediately decided to dip into the creek.
Due to the direct sunlight all day and the lack of wind, the temperature at the bottom of the canyon felt like nearly 120 degrees in the sun, when the actual temperature in the shade was around 98 degrees.
So a creek dip was absolutely necessary, and that water felt heavenly on our aching knees and back.
After our dip, we took a walk to Phantom Ranch, a lodging outpost a short distance from the campground.
If sleeping in a tent and hauling gear isn't your style, Phantom Ranch is the place for you. Cute little cabins, and they even cook your meals for you.
As we got to the ranch, we caught the tail end of a ranger talk, and afterwards chatted with her and a Canadian couple we met.
We found the Phantom Ranch canteen. We heard the lemonade there was a must in 100-degree heat.
It was packed with hikers from all over the world, swapping stories of their adventures.
The canteen is supplied every day by the mule train we saw on our hike earlier. Every day those mules make the trek to ensure the ranch is stocked with everything they need.
They also carry the mail. So while you're at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, you can fill out a postcard and say you've officially mailed by mule.
Oh, and that lemonade? It was incredible. We even spiced it up a little.
So after a really long day, we were ready to go to bed.
However, we simply couldn't say goodnight without taking in the gorgeous night sky.
With hardly any light pollution, the stars at the bottom of the Grand Canyon are magnificent. We hope you enjoyed exploring the bottom of the Grand Canyon with us.
To see the view for yourself, be sure to check out our 360-degree South Kaibab Trail video, where you can spin the camera and see every angle that we saw.
Join us on our next episode, where we now hike out of the Grand Canyon and get a completely different view.
But until then, make sure that you get out there and explore.
Taking the Scenic Route.